being afraid of what other people think because you've tried so many things and you just feel like your friends are going to be like, here she goes again. This has actually been a topic that has come to the forefront quite a lot lately. And so we need to talk about it. Okay. And I promise I will not be long with this one. But I have to say, I'm really excited about helping you have breakthrough. I actually sat with a friend of mine the other day who literally, with like tears in her eyes, were just like, Jana, I'm just so afraid that my friends are just going to be like, oh, here she goes again. Here's another one of those things she's doing. Here she goes again. Right? Do you feel that way? I think you do because you're watching this live. You're watching this live for a reason. Or maybe you know somebody that has expressed that to you. Maybe you have a friend that you need to tag right now. But before we get into all of the awesomeness, please do me a favor and like and share and tag. And if you're on YouTube, please subscribe. And on TikTok, please subscribe. And forgive me, my glasses. These things are just filthy. So forgive me while I do this, but honestly, this week it's come up quite a bit. And so we need to address it because I want to help you break free from those fears and help you understand, my friend, that you're not alone in this. This is definitely something that I even recently experienced. I'm not going to lie. So let me just tell you my story really quick. Okay. So I left the fitness and nutrition industry. Actually, let me back up. In 2012, that is when I joined my first company, which was Advocare. Okay. I think everybody knows what happened there. And I was with Advocare up until the very, very end. And so then but I kind of pumped the brakes on Advocare for a little bit just because I got, a little burnt out of some things. I wasn't really interested in the team building anymore. And I started to pursue my fitness and nutrition business more of like a solo endeavor. In 2018, I started Rise Beyond Fitness, which ultimately became my fitness brand, where I ran a very successful online program. I sold a lot of nutrition books and ebooks and did a lot of personal training. And so I wasn't really building my Advocare business from 2018 up until, the demise of their compensation plan. But I did partner with another company, and I was with that company for 4 years. And then I got completely out of the industry. And then I actually got into a new industry. So do you see how it's like, dang, but doesn't that happen with even relationships? You know what I mean? It's like we all get in, hey, Brandy, we get into relationships, right? And we are cool with, oh, I dated this guy, we broke up. I dated that guy, we broke up. I'm no longer seeing this person anymore, we broke up. But then when it comes to this online business space and starting a company, all of a sudden we care about what everybody thinks. And I understand why. I understand the mindset because deep down, whether you like to admit it or not, whether I like to admit it or not, we all care what people think about us. Am I right? I mean, unless that's just me, right? No, but obviously we all care what other people think about us. We do. Especially when it comes to starting a business and you know that you are going to be looking for customers online. You're going to need customers online. You're going to, want affiliates or business partners. So you're going to possibly tap into the recruiting side of your compensation plan. And so I understand the fear of introducing a new company to your audience. I get it. Totally get it. But here's the thing, my friend. It's just like dating until you find the one. You're going to date until you find the one. But here's what I told my girlfriend the other day. I said to her, what you just said is exactly how so many other people are feeling. And you need to be the voice that they hear that's going to cause them to want to step out in faith and begin again. So let me paint this picture for you, okay? So let's just say this. Let's just say you're sitting at home and you're scrolling your TikTok, you're scrolling your Facebook, you're scrolling your Instagram, whatever, and you see somebody who says, my friends, I have a history in network marketing. I have a history in multi-level marketing. In fact, I've been a part of 3 other companies in the past. And to be honest, I was extremely nervous about coming out and announcing that I've partnered with a new company because I did not want people to think, oh my God, here's another thing. But my friends, let me first tell you why I'm doing this again. Let me tell you what I saw that's different. So what you have to do if you're feeling this way, you just have to walk people through your journey. You just have to take people. See, that's all building a business is telling your story and being honest and being authentic about what you're doing and being authentic about your past and being real. Now, you don't have to go into everything, but I'm just saying when you can come out and you can use what you think is a weakness as a strength and say, my friends, I know you've seen me launch a business before, but just like dating, I believe I found the one. Let me tell you why. Okay, so you have to use it as your superpower. Otherwise, what is your alternative? What is your alternative if you don't? Because your business can't be your perfect little secret, right? And then here's the second thing, my friend, is that a successful person knows that 33% of people will never like them. The other 33% will just be cheerleaders and support, right? And then the other 33%, they're going to be your lifers. They're going to be the ones that will go with you anywhere. And so when you understand that, you've already accepted on the front end that some people are going to watch you launch your new business and they're not going to come along, or they may just watch you from afar. So that brings me to my other point and tip for you tonight. You've got to build trust with your audience, okay? And how do you build trust with your audience? You show up consistent. You just have to be consistent. Now, listen, if you have a 5-year stretch with a company and you had a 8-year stretch with a company before that, I wouldn't be too concerned. But if you're literally jumping from company to company to company, like you've been with 3 companies in 1 year, now that, my friend, that's going to be a little bit more of a problem for you than, say, someone like me who was with Advocare, gosh, for 10 years, with Modere for 4 years, right? Did some financial service stuff for a year, and now here I am with another company, right? Like I've got a history. I'm not known to bounce around. But I'll tell you, my girlfriend who I sat with this week in particular, she was with a company for 20 years. I'm like, girlfriend, you don't have a history of bouncing around. You were with one company for 20 years. You were with another company for a handful of years. So I'm like, why are you so afraid of launching a new business? People launch businesses all the time. People announce a new boyfriend all the time, and so, but I think the real problem is number one, it's just a confidence thing. You know what I'm saying? When you step out and you launch your new business with confidence, even if you have a history of being with other companies, you show up different, right? And I think the reason why maybe there in your mind have been some failures in the past is because there wasn't a 100% sold out complete knowing that this was the one. Does that make sense? Like, and maybe perhaps you stayed with the company that you were with longer than you probably should out of pride. I did it this last year, doing financial services. I stuck that out just out of pride. I was like, I just got to push through because this is what I told people I was doing, even though I knew it wasn't 100% fit for me. Even though I knew I wasn't 100% in, but I tried to be. I tried. And so listen, my friend, don't be afraid to tell people I tried and it just wasn't for me. But here's why this is different. It's no different than dating. You are going to date companies. You are going to visit companies until you find the one. And you may be with that company for years. And then just like a relationship, the relationship with the company can end. You've got to break free from your past failures and you've got to launch without fear of judgment. Because guess what? You are going to attract new people. Because guess what, my friend? You're not the same person you were in that other company. You've learned, you've grown. Man, I'm not the same person I was back in when I was an Advocare. So what does that mean? That means I'm attracting different people now. You see, when God does a new thing, old people can't come. So I know I can't just snap my fingers and you're not going to worry about what other people think. I think we're all going to have this care about what other people think. But you have to understand that at this point in your life, you've got a new story. You've got a new story that's going to attract new people. And I'm telling you, the longer you live, the more you're going to find people who are just like you, who have the same fears, the same hesitations, the same hurts as you. Man, let me tell you about a friend of mine. A friend of mine has been brutally hurt in her last business. Brutally hurt. I mean, the last company that she was with, it wasn't just one person that literally ripped her to shreds, but it was several. And I'm talking from corporate to down to the distributors. She was ripped to shreds. And she was with that company faithfully for 5 years and built it to 6 figures. And now guess what? She's launching something else. And don't you think after what she's been through, she can show up and she can say, I finally found my people, no jerks allowed here, right? Like now she's showing up with a new confidence and a new energy and a new like revival in her spirit. And she's not worried about what other people think for the fact that she is starting something new. She had strong reason to leave that company. So I want you to think about, why did you leave your last company? You need to share that. Now, the great thing about her is that she has so much honor and integrity. She's not even going to say anything bad about them people. She's not even going to call out their names. That's a leader. That is someone who, like, her integrity and her honor, like she shows up with gratitude for what she went through. She will not slander anybody else's name, especially not publicly. But I just want you to be encouraged by the fact that you are not the only one that has been through a similar situation with your last company where you had reason to leave. And so what I have for my team is I have like example posts, launch posts that you can do for different scenarios. Number one, you have sample posts for if you have never been in the industry before. So you can choose, you can get inspiration from these different types of posts. We have posts for people who are transitioning from one company to another. It's no different than if you were to leave your job as a teacher and go into nursing. Everybody's excited to shout that from the rooftops, but yet when you go from selling makeup to selling collagen, all of a sudden there's a problem in your mind. Okay, anyway. So we have some posts available for that type of person, right? And then we have a post or example post for someone who has been out of the industry for a while. Okay? But my friend, your story is your superpower. It's your superpower. So I want you to think about the fact that your story is not isolated. I just gave you some examples. I'm one of those. And furthermore, I don't want you to look at your past experiences with other companies as a failure. And if you're watching, please like and share. Please tap the heart button. If you are live with me, say hi. Let me know that you're here in the room with me. Because the word failure is an attitude. The word failure is a mindset. But you know what the word failure is also? It's a lie. It's a lie. The word failure is a lie. My friend, you're not a failure if you just happen to be in the wrong vehicle. You're not a failure because your last relationship with your boyfriend didn't work out. He just wasn't the one. And your last company was no different. The relationship you had with your last company ran its course, and that's okay. Can I get an amen in the comments? Can I get an amen in the comments? Please. I want to know that I'm helping you through this right now for the love of God, because let me tell you, I am all about helping you break down every single mental block possible so that you can show up and crush your online business, because success is all a mindset. And your biggest enemy is not your lack of followers. It's not your lack of skill, right? It's your belief. You have to believe that you're worth giving this another shot, right? You have to believe that you are not your past. You're not the same person you were in your last company. So when it comes to building credibility and confidence, the first thing you need to do is show up and be vulnerable and be honest about and share your story. You can even start your post by saying, I'm scared to death typing this right now. And you might say, well, gosh, Jana, that doesn't sound like confidence. Well, it takes confidence to be honest, right? It takes strength to be honest. Am I right? Of course. I'm nervous typing this right now, but at the same time, I'm crazy excited. Let me take you back for a minute. You probably already know I've sold candles and I've sold makeup, but I've never done this before. Like, that's powerful. And it's and right, and someone could go, "Oh my God, what are you doing? What are you doing?" And you can even ask the question, you know how you've dated around? You date for a while before you actually get married. Well, I've dated some companies in the past and I finally found the one. You see what I'm saying? You can use your story to your advantage. It doesn't have to be, you know, a roadblock. It truly doesn't. And I hope you're seeing that as I share this with you. I hope it's starting to sink in like, you know what? Man, that's right. And so after sharing this with my girlfriend, she launched her business yesterday. And I mean, literally with tears in her eyes, one day she was like, I'm scared to death. People are going to be like, what is she doing now? And that's actually the opposite of what happened. People actually raised their hand and said, I want to know more about your business. I want to know more. Everybody has a past. And I'm telling you, my friend, when you show up and you're honest about your story and you have a different posture and you're confident in this new opportunity that you have your hands on, nobody's opinion is going to matter, right? Because remember, you're going to be doing this for a long time, right? You're going to sell out to your goals and dreams. You're not going to quit anytime soon, if ever. So why worry about the people that you know now think? Why worry about what they think when you're going to make so many new friends. You're going to make so many new friends. And then people are going to see your consistency and they're going to be like, dang, this is different. And it's not just going to be your consistency that's going to make them think, oh my God, this is different. It's going to be your energy. It's going to be the way you look. You're going to be a product of your product, right? They're going to see your team growing. They're going to be like, dang. Okay. They're going to see you showing up consistently on your social media. They're going to see your progress. They're going to see you doing shout outs. They're going to see you doing transformations, some testimonials. You will build your credibility back. You will. And it is such a wonderful thing knowing that you have the opportunity to meet so many people who have no clue about your history in the first place. But even if they did, so what? It's a new day. It's a new you. It's a new business. People get new boyfriends all the time and new cars all the time and change careers all the time. My friend, you can launch a new business. You can. And I'm excited to help you do it. So I would love to help you build an online business. If you are on YouTube, please check the link right here. If you're on Facebook, the link is up here. If you are on TikTok, the link is there as well. Have an amazing night, my friend. Go launch a business. Have fun, right? And remember, confidence comes after action. You have to take action first. Then comes the confidence. It's not the other way around. You have to take action first and the confidence will follow. All right, my friend, have a great night. Thanks for hopping on. Talk to you Sunday.